So our budgeting process consisted of Excel spreadsheets. Imagine that. So each department head, and we have 90 departments, would get, I think it was like the third week of the month, they would get a actuals spreadsheet that they would post out on a shared drive, and they would have to go out there. They'd have like 3 days to go update what their forecasted numbers for the rest of the year were going to be. And it was a time-consuming process to build these. One person had to download all of this stuff from JD Edwards, the actuals, into the spreadsheet. Then they had to go save them in the file. Then the budget owners had to go get them, and it was a really time-consuming process. And now we use enterprise budgeting. They created one model, and it distributes to the departments, and then they can just go pick up their budget. But the other thing we did is, for my boss, who's the vice president of IT, I built him a report and spreadsheet server so he can see his budget anytime he wants. And they've never been able to do that. They've never been able to compare actuals and budget as a department head without finance giving them the report. So now they can just open their spreadsheet and do it on their own. And that's really been a huge deal for them, especially the vice president IT, and then I also gave one to our engineering director, and he loved it. He's like, you don't even understand how much time this is gonna save me every month. I go through so many things to get this information. So it was really helpful in that regard. We actually created a couple of custom tables in enterprise budgeting. So we pull in our headcount from our Paycom system, which does our payroll and HR. So we've done that, and we pull in some data from there. And then we also use Salesforce. We haven't integrated that yet, but that's on the plan to pull data from Salesforce onto our sales reporting along with our current orders. The other thing they like to do is they'll have budget revisions, and within JD Edwards you can use different ledger types, and you can pull that out. You can put it in an O1 ledger, O2 ledger for each period, because every month your forecast changes, so you're going to have a different budget. And they're doing all that in EB now, so they'll have revision 1, revision 2. They can pull that out through using EB and spreadsheet server formulas all together for your actuals and your forecasts. And I think we're going to also create another custom table so that when the budget owners go in and put in their travel numbers, we can write that back for them so they don't lose that detail the next time we distribute the budgets. So that's kind of something we picked up here at the training class that we're like, oh, we should do that as well. So the budgeting process has really been streamlined a ton with EB.